Hello ladies and gentlemen and everyone else. Welcome to Ted's Booze Cellar, the premier alcohol review show here on YouTube with me, your most gracious host, Ted. It is the 10th of April 2025 and it is just about to go 49 minutes past 2. And I hope I'm finding you all in a good state of affairs, and if I'm not, then I hope things improve for you very, very soon. Now, we're going to be taking a look at something a bit different from the Buzzballs cocktails we've been looking at recently, but it's along the same lines as in it's a premixed cocktail in a can. I'm going to get back onto reviewing some more traditional beers in the coming future, and like I said at the start of this year, I do want to review a few more wines this year, even though obviously I haven't done any of those yet in the year of 2025, but there's a few I do want to review, particularly from Sainsbury's and Aldi, so do keep an eye out for those. But we're taking a look at something from Aldi in particular today, and that is one of their Stefanoff Superior Vodka Premix cocktail cans. Now, Stefanoff is basically their knockoff-esque home brand version of Smirnoff vodka as far as I can tell. And generally speaking, for like home brand alcohol that's a spirit, it's not bad. It's not the best alcohol or vodka in the world really, but if you're going to like a party or you just want to have some cheap vodka in the house to use in recipes or to occasionally have a cocktail on a sort of testing day, I think you could really do worse. Stefanoff isn't a bad vodka by any stretch. It's better than Glen's, at least, for example. So yeah, that's definitely one to consider for the bad category. But Stefanoff is pretty good. And today we're going to be taking a look at the premix cocktail can Raspberry Crush, which is flavoured vodka expertly mixed with lemonade. And obviously raspberries, I can assume from this. And it says on the back, a sparkling raspberry flavoured mixed drink with vodka and lemonade with sugar and sweetener. So there is a bit of a fear in me that it might have a bit of a artificially taste, because the one thing I will give Buzzballs credit for is while I did get an impression of a artificial taste from some of their drinks, they do say that they create them with fresh ingredients and natural ingredients. I can't see the same on this one, but then again, it's Aldi, so it's probably just like fairly cheaply made. Although some of their alcohol is actually really good. Their rum isn't amazing, but I've always said that their beers and some of their other spirits are actually pretty good. And I've heard from some of my friends that their wine is actually quite nice as well. Now, I can't remember off the top of my head what the price was of this little number here, but it was definitely in the region of being £1 to £1.50 or so. It might have actually been less than that. It might have been just under £1, but it was in that region of around about 80p to £1.50. So the cocktail cans from Aldi are pretty cheap and they're always pretty good value for money, even if they're not the best ones. But I will say, I do really like the design of the can and the label and the contrast of the colours here. The sort of shiny, juicy, not quite neon pink is really nicely contrasting against this teal colour actually. So even though it's not my favourite kind of colour combination and colour scheme, I actually do quite like the way this can looks. So I'll give it an 8 out of 10. It actually looks fairly handsome. It stands out and you can tell what it is off from a distance. So yeah, it looks fine. It's just not the nicest colour combination in my opinion, but it looks fine, yeah. And it does look quite interesting actually. So hopefully my predisposition towards artificial flavours won't be too harsh on this one, and I'll give it a fair review, but oh wow, yeah, God. Really, all you can smell in the can is just the raspberry, so I'll give the nose in the can probably like a 6 out of 10. It doesn't smell bad, but it's so one note and literally all you can smell is the raspberry, so hopefully it'll be decent, but we'll see. Yeah, and then in the glass, I wonder what the nose is in the glass. Very artificial pink looking colour here. Right. Yeah, it does just look like very cheap pink lemonade, doesn't it? This really isn't giving me a good impression. Anyway, let's have a quick sniff in the glass. It's just a slightly weaker version of the smell in the can, so I'll probably give it a 5.5 out of 10 for the smell in the glass. It's not bad. Again, it's just very one note, and the only thing you can really smell of note is the raspberry. But it's not bad. It doesn't cloy in the nostrils for too long. It's fine. Just 5.5 out of 10, yeah. But anyway, before we see what this really tastes like, we'll have ourselves a quick palate cleanser of water. And remember, whether you're on a hot day like this or if you're just having a few drinks, remember to drink a bit of water and stay hydrated. And drink responsibly. And then on to the most important part of the video, which is to see what this sucker tastes like. So to everyone at home, I hope you have a good weekend ahead, and bottoms up. God! Wow, that's sweet. Oh, not in a way that I like either. Oh, man. Oh, man, no. There's an aftertaste that I'm really not sure about, actually. Oh, God. Yeah, I don't know, actually. See, if it was just the fact that it was that fake, artificial, not particularly great raspberry taste that I mentioned with the smell, then I'd be fine with it. It would probably just be like a 5 out of 10. But it's so strong and it's so overpowering against the other flavours, whether that's the lemon or the vodka, that I would usually give it a 5, but because of how imbalanced it is, I'm going to have to dock it a point for that and give it a 4. But then I tasted it a bit more. I got this really, really horribly oversweet, sort of cheap candy flavour in the aftertaste that docks it down even more. So I'm probably going to have to give it a 3.5 out of 10. That being said, this is very drinkable. I could see why someone would like this, and for the price that Aldi market their pre-mixed cocktail cans at, generally speaking, because they're all pretty cheap, I can't complain about it too much because it wasn't expensive, really. So, I don't know, I can't force myself to complain about it too much, but it is very overwhelming, and it is one of the weaker cocktail cans that they sell there. So, yeah, 3.5 out of 10. This isn't great, and I would probably just recommend getting one of their other ones. Actually, tell you what, their pre-mixed gin and tonic cans are actually pretty good. The Graysons, I think they're called, cocktail cans. Yeah, those are actually pretty nice. So I definitely recommend looking into one of those if you like gin. But as for this, yeah, take it or leave it, really. It's not that great, and it doesn't really leave much of an impression on me. And it's got a pretty horrible aftertaste, to be honest. So 3.5 out of 10, wouldn't recommend it personally. But you guys might like it, and if you agreed or disagreed with anything in particular in this video, let me know in the comments section down below, as well as any other video formats or video ideas you have for this channel. If you want to check out any of my other social medias, I'll leave those in the video description down below. And if you liked this video in general, do leave a like, share and subscribe if you want to. And until next time, have fun, stay safe with whatever you're doing, don't do anything I wouldn't do, wash your hands, drink responsibly, know your limits, and I'll see you guys at the bar next time on Ted's Booze Cellar. Bye for now. Oh, yeah. I'm going to have a can of Chris Campo later and cry about how bad this is. It is definitely drinkable, and I could see why someone would like this, and for the price that's